Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Druuill. I'm back at you again with another video. Shout out to the chosen vessels. Shout out to the galactic family, and salute to the Drew Nation. All right, look, listen. Let's get right into it. Lil Wayne, you're destroying yourself. We love you. Someone has to say something before it's too late. Nobody likes to see somebody that they love destroy themselves. It's one of the most harmful, painful things you could ever experience. But when no one speaks up and no one says anything, it could end up not turning out the way people would want it to. So to save as many lives as we can, Lil Wayne influenced a whole generation of people. Not to say that everybody has to go do what he did. Not to say that everybody has to go out and copy Lil Wayne, but he influences a lot of people, and he influenced this whole entire generation. Everybody wants to sip lean like him. Everybody wants to do the similar things that he does. And like I said, I'm not judging. I'm not here to condemn anybody for their actions. But what I am here to do is I'm here to see if I can save lives, because I don't want to see anybody destroy themselves any further than they already have or they already have to. Battling with substance abuse is not easy. All right, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on those that love you. It takes a toll. It takes a toll on those around you, and it makes it hard for people to enjoy their everyday life, because in the back of their mind they're constantly thinking about this person that they care about and what they're doing, how they're doing, if they're okay, if they're doing all right, if they had anything to eat, if they got a warm place to stay, if they have something to do for the day. You don't want people sitting around being bored, not doing anything, because then they could potentially get bored and fall ill to their own negative thinking. A lot of people that are have substance abuse issues and that are addicted to things, they have a negative thought process. They have a negative mind, and I don't want to see anybody use anything that's harmful, that's going to kill them and destroy them. All right, and some of the things that it seems like Wayne is on, it's like really taking a toll on his appearance. It's taking a toll on his life, and I know he's dealing with things that are deeper than the surface. So I'm not here to condemn anybody. I just don't want to see this man. I don't want to see anything happen to him, because he's one of my favorite artists, and I really appreciate his music. I think he has a lot to offer. I think he still got a lot of good songs he could make. He still got a lot of good songs he could crank out. He's still hot. He may not be as hot as he was, but he's still relevant. He's got longevity. All right, he's like the new Jay-Z. He's like the new Snoop Dogg. He's still going to be around for a while. But I want to see him be around as long as he can, and I don't want to see people use this man. I'm tired of seeing him on people's platform and everybody just talking to him and treating him like it's all good, and nobody asking this man about his health, his mental health, how he's doing. All right, it don't seem like nobody care about him. Like, like it seemed like people just using him for money, like since he was a kid. And I know that that lifestyle has a effect on people, because look at what the industry did to Michael Jackson. He was a childhood star. All childhood stars end up on drugs, and they end up like they end up going under like some type of trauma. Like, look at our Orlando Brown, look at Raven Simone, look at some other childhood stars. Like, when you're not around the right people and the right team, you could get taken advantage of. Luckily for like the Jordan kid that was on Bernie Mac, luckily, Bernie Mac actually cared about them kids. All right. So he wasn't going to let anything happen to them as far as his eyes could see. But as far as what some of these kid stars go through behind the scenes, the industry is not what people think it is. You have pedophiles, you have people that take advantage of children. You have people that are solely specifically in that industry to take advantage of people, take people's souls, destroy them. These industries are led by a lot of narcissists, a lot of demonic beings, a lot of evil entities, and they don't want you to go out of the industry the same way you came in. They want to destroy your soul, and they want to tear your whole life apart and rearrange it, and they want to make you into what they want you to be, and they want to destroy you and take your soul at the same time. So a lot of these people that have gone through this industry are traumatized, and that's why they're on certain substances. That's why they're trying to cover up how they feel and make themselves feel good because of what they're dealing with and what they're going through. And it breaks my heart, and it hurts me to see people not want to make a change in their life and not want to choose better for themselves. Everybody goes through things. Everybody has gone through something. Everybody has done things in their past that they wish they didn't have done, as far as making wrong decisions. All right, everybody has made wrong decisions before. Everybody has went down the wrong path before in life in one form or another. So I'm not here to say I'm better than anybody. All right, I've definitely made my fair share of mistakes, and I've definitely done certain things that I had no business doing, but God delivered me and God helped me because I prayed and I asked him. I went to God. I asked him. I said, God, please help me. Please deliver me. Please help make me better. And he did. All right. Whatever you go to God for and pray to him too. He can help you. So, I mean, we need to pray for Wayne. We need to pray for all these other brothers and sisters in this industry, because it's a dirty game that they're playing with people. They're using you and making you destroy people who look like you, people who look up to you. Like they're making people do certain things. Just like Usher the other day when he had the dress on. That's a whole nother video. But still, like they will force you to do things that you are uncomfortable doing, that's not in your background, that's not the type of person that you are. And people end up doing it for a check because it's part of the contract. And if you already signed a contract, if you're already used to the money, if you think nobody's gonna be aware of what you're doing, you think nobody's gonna know. Like now we live in a day and age where everything is on camera. These industry parties with Lil Baby and all the record execs and the erotic style of partying and all that nasty stuff, they're not able to hide stuff anymore from the public like they used to. People got camera phones. People are snatching photos. People are taking pictures. People are getting videos. People are getting these things on video. And a lot of these people, their morals and their integrity has been compromised and it's going out the window. And the from what they went through in that industry, they'll never be the same. A lot of them don't want to discuss it. They don't want to talk about it. All right, people are being forced to doing things because they're part of certain occult groups, or that they've done certain ritualistic things to serve whatever whoever they're worshiping underneath these record labels, these contracts. All right. These people say they believe in God, but when you listen to the things that they talk about in their music, and you listen to the songs that they make, and they're talking about shooting this one and killing that one and taking this and taking that. People are listening to these songs and they're going out and they're living that. They're going out and they're actually doing everything that they hear in the song. And these record companies know that. But people have been conditioned to hear that. So it's totally not the artist's fault. But if you're not under any record label and you're dropping music on your own free will, then you don't need to be dropping music that is destructive, especially if nobody's forcing you to make it. Don't make destructive music just because that's what's being pumped and that's what's being pushed. You have to think outside the box. You have to think different. You got to think outside the box and you got to think different. All right. But Wayne, we don't want, I don't want to see any of these artists destroy themselves. I don't want to see Lil Wayne destroy himself. A lot of artists have already died, like Juice World. You could tell he was influenced by Wayne. He got dreadlocks. You could tell he's influenced by the whole Wayne culture. He died from taking Percocets in a in the airport. He was trying not to get caught. He had to swallow some Percocets and he didn't uh, regurgitate them or poop them out in time. And then now he died. So it's like, not saying that that's Wayne's fault, but people are influenced by the art that you put out into the world, especially younger people. They're really easily influenced. Our teenagers, younger kids, young adults, they're easily influenced by the things that they see their idols doing. That's why the Bible says don't worship idols. You're supposed to put God above everything and everyone. You're not supposed to put you're not supposed to make your favorite artist or your favorite athlete or somebody a god in your life, because you'll end up worshiping them and you'll end up doing everything that they do. If they're not positive, that's not going to be a positive for you. Even if they are positive, you're still not supposed to be worshiping these people. You can appreciate them. You can acknowledge their skill. You can appreciate their style, but you don't actually worship them like they're the creator. That's not it. But there are some people that put that amount of time and energy into these people because they're lost, they're soulless, and they don't know God or they don't have God in their life. But I know Wayne knows about God. I heard in some of his songs he done rapped about him, talked about him. But I know Wayne is going through a lot personally with the whole Cash Money thing and being under Birdman and being around all that. I know he's going through a lot. This man knew Birdman since he was like 8. All right, and not to talk about anything that I don't know about, because all we know is what we've seen on the surface level. We don't know what actually happened in that man's life, but we know that he been around Birdman for a long time. And for the rumors that you hear about a person like Birdman, and then you see the effects that it has on Lil Wayne, and then you see how BG came home and he can't even breathe. He can't even have some room to breathe because he got Birdman all up on him, hugging up on him, uh, uh, giving them gifts and stuff. That's love. That your man to like. Once you study narcissism, you like certain dynamics and certain family settings will make you sick to your stomach. Like I saw a video the other day. This girl had just got pregnant and she went to go see her nana, and her nana said, "I thought you were gonna have to. I was gonna ask you if you were if you, I was getting ready to ask you if you wouldn't mind adopting a child." If you don't shut your little old crusty granny self up, you talk if she would adopt a child. Calm. It might be a little bit PSD for me. You know, might have been a little trigger for me. But I'm like, why would you say something like that? You don't know when God wants her to have that child. You don't know when the universe is ready for her to bring that baby into existence. And I was going to see if you were going to adopt. Like, there's a whole thing about with women to where it like if you don't get pregnant at a certain time, or they don't think you can get pregnant, or I know women deal with certain family members that will talk about you for not getting married or for not being able to have a baby. And to me, it just seemed like one of those types of situations. It didn't seem like it was coming from a genuine place because the lady looked so fake when she said it. Like, you know how people get on camera now when it's a personal moment, everybody got to turn on the waterworks and start crying. First of all, it was one of those type videos, so already I was like skeeved out. I was already cringed out. So I'm like, yo, why are you like, there's no tears falling from your face, it's not even that serious. Why are you fake crying? It's not genuine. I could tell this ain't real. She putting her hands on her face and no tears is coming out. That's fake. And then on top of it, she talking about something I thought you were gonna have to adopt. I was like, yeah, that's sick. I almost put something in the comments, but I'm like, you know what? Not gonna ruin anybody's perception of whatever they feel this moment is. That's how I feel about it. I'm gonna keep it moving. But I didn't like that. So you could see certain dynamics in certain relationships and certain family members and certain friendships when you study narcissistic abuse. And not to say Birdman is a narcissist, but it just seems like love bombing the way BG came home, he giving him all these gifts, he telling him they gonna put out all this music, making all these promises and stuff like that. BG didn't look like he was too comfortable around that man. They got snapshots of his face. He's just like, and there's a video of BG 20, 10, 15 years ago. Everybody saw it with him talking about, man, he had us brainwashed. He said Birdman brainwashed them with his little Louisiana lingo. He didn't say wash, he said washed. That's how they talk down, say washed. He said Birdman brainwashed them. You're not supposed to be a grown man brainwashing people younger than you. You're not supposed to be in your 30s brainwashing 15-year-olds and 8-year-olds. Something about that don't seem right. Something about that does not seem right. And somebody got to speak up for Wayne. Rick Ross spoke up for Wayne. He called Birdman a priest in one of his songs. He called Birdman a priest. He said when idols become rivals, go back and check that song out. Not to say I approve of everything that Rick Ross be doing, but I appreciate his business sense. I appreciate his masculinity, you feel me, that he brings to the table. You got people walking around wearing dresses and skirts. I appreciate Ross for, you know what I'm saying, keeping it real. Tall tees and long jeans, you feel me? Occasional little short, you know. I appreciate Ross style, you know. He's like one of the real last ones left. Drake out here wearing fingernail polish and out here with thugnificent hair, thinking that he's Sauce Walker, and he's not. He thought he had the sauce, but he did not. He got lost in the sauce is what he did. But back to Wayne, man. Like BG was saying that Birdman brainwashed them, and that he brainwashed Lil Wayne, and that none of them knew what they were doing. He said none of us knew what we were doing. None of us knew what we were doing. He said, man, he brainwashed me too. What type of that doesn't sound right, y'all. So something about that doesn't sound right. And when you look at them now, BG was dealing with cocaine issues. He was struggling with cocaine and other things. And Wayne he's on something, whatever he's on. I don't know what he's on. But to me, I don't know what that man's on. I'm not calling him out for being on any particular thing, but that don't look healthy, y'all. We know a healthy person when we see one, and that's not healthy. That's not the epitome. It's not my idea of health, and I know it's not your idea of health. I know y'all don't want to see that brother like that. Neither do I. All right. So if any, I just made this video. Really, I know it probably might not reach him, but with God, nothing is impossible. So I'm not going to say that it wouldn't reach him, but more or less, I made this video for people that look up to him, people that aspire to be like him, people of our generation or younger that may have been influenced by him. Look at where this man is at. Look at what he's going through. Look at what this industry does to people. If you want to do music, you better go underneath your own umbrella. You better start your own business. You better study Master P. All right, study Master P. Study 50 Cent. They not out here. 50 Cent was on that one talk show host. But as far as I know, 50 Cent ain't out here wearing dresses. Master P damn sure ain't out here putting on no dress. So study 50 Cent. Study Master P if you want to get into the music industry. That way you won't owe anybody anything. They won't be able to hem you up. They won't be able to tie you up. Study the baby. All right, his business sense. I know this man put on a diaper and a wig, but before all that, I thought he was just good with business. I thought he had his own record company. All right, so if you want to get into the music industry, go independent. Don't worry about how much money they're going to make you. This is what you should study. Study Sauce Walker. Screw all that. Master P, 50 Cent, and Sauce Walker. If you study those three people and you want to get into the music industry, I guarantee you'll succeed, because I know I'm going to be studying them. Sauce Walker, Master P, and what's the other one I said? Sauce Walker, Master P, and 50 Cent. But as far as Wayne, I don't want to see him destroy himself. I'm tired of nobody saying anything to him. When people care about you, they say things to you. When people care about you and they see you destroying yourself, they tell you no when you ask them for something. When people care about you and they see you destroying yourselves, sometimes they even got to get away from you because seeing you destroy yourself is destroying them. Sometimes it hurts so bad you got to get away from it because you don't want to see this person destroy themselves. So it hurts me to see our people destroy themselves. It hurts me to see people destroy themselves. Lil Peep, it hurt me to see him go. What's his name? Mac Miller. That I'm upset about that still. That didn't sit right with me. And all these other artists that have just been dying, whether it's gun violence, whether it's drugs, just the culture is like it's really not where it should be at. And I'm a little disappointed being a part of the culture. I may not have like as big an influence as any of those guys, but as far as liking the music, buying the music, listening to the music every single day, I see myself as a part of it like that. And it's just sad to see what it's come to. I know things change, but there's always been forms of gangster music. I just see what the record labels have done. They finally solidified that spell. Ever since the first gangster music started coming out, they knew sooner or later that people were actually going to start living this and start living the words and the music. So it's a spell being put on by the music industry. They have us casting spells over each other because the word is in the tongue. Life and death is in the tongue. There's power in what you speak. Check my community post. I just posted earlier today about what you say going forth out of your mouth to go create your reality. So if you haven't seen my community post, go check that post out. What you speak creates your reality. I even took a Bible verse out. All right, so now it's official. Now y'all really believe what I'm saying because I took a Bible verse out and I put it behind what I had to say. So Lil Wayne, it's sad to see people like him destroy himself. I'm praying for him. I'm praying for BG. I'm really praying for BG. He just got out of jail. He's doing good. He looked good. I don't want to see nothing happen to him. I really don't feel comfortable with him being in that Birdman situation. He need to go mess with Lil Boosie. That's what he need to do. He need to get right with Lil Boosie. BG, if you go get right with Lil Boosie, bro. If somebody know BG, send him this video so he can go get right with Lil Boosie. Even though Boosie ain't the best influence, at least he won't be around Birdman. Because if Birdman caused him to use cocaine, then why is he going back around Birdman? It's because he don't have nobody left, y'all. That's what the narcissists do. They know you don't have nobody. So they're going to love bomb you, make you think everything is okay. So you'll get comfortable, fall back asleep. And then they could further destroy you and take advantage of you. I think always got them shades on. The eyes are the windows to the soul. I can't look you in the eye. You don't want nobody to see your eyes. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just a fan, and I appreciate their music. I love BG music. I love Wayne music. I want to see them work together. I want to see them put some music out. But I don't want to see any more drug use from them too. I don't want to see no drug use from BG. I don't want him to be traumatized no more. I don't want them to be around what caused them to make them feel like they need to self-medicate. They need to take something to make these feelings go away. All right. It's hard when you have to deal with people and it feels like the only thing that could help you get over how they make you feel is to take something. It's like you take it and it's like, wow, I don't have to feel like that anymore. That's not good, bro. You shouldn't have to be around people like that. Anybody that makes you feel like that, you definitely got to get away from because that person got you ready to kill yourself from how they're making you feel, how they're causing you to feel. That person is making you kill yourself. What type of relationship, friendship, family member, stepdad, steppa, pretend dad? What type of OG care is that? You're not taking care of me if you're making me feel like I need to go get drugged up because of the relationship we got. I feel bad for those dudes, man. I don't feel bad for them. I feel for them because I don't gotta feel bad for them. You shouldn't feel bad for people. All right, but Y'all get what I'm saying? I listening to those dudes and coming up under them and listening to their music. It's just sad, you know. It's like you wouldn't want to see that to your favorite artist. It's like how people felt when Pac got shot and died. Everybody was sad when him and Biggie got killed, and it's like we sitting here watching Wayne die right in front of our eyes, watching him destroy himself. You know, you don't. It's he done had so many seizures and stuff like that, and I just, me personally, I'm tired of seeing us choose to go through these things, and after a certain point, it becomes a choice because you could either choose to go get help, you could choose to go help yourself, you could choose to make your life better, and some people they're too wrapped up into what they went through. They're too wrapped up in the past. They're too wrapped up in the pain. They're too wrapped up in the negative thinking, and that pain, that negative thinking will keep you depressed and keep you in that loop to where you feel you can't get out of this without that self-medicating. And you don't have to self-medicate. You don't have to destroy yourself to feel better. You don't have to you don't need anything but yourself to be happy. And sometimes people living the life they live, sometimes people get being used to nobody saying anything to them. These people are probably just around a whole bunch of yes men and yes women. You look fabulous, Wayne. You look great, Wayne. Everybody telling this man he looked good. He looked like he's 90 pounds, soaking wet. You know, it looked like he need a home cooked meal. And I'm saying this out of a place of love. I'm not trying to clown this man because he's one of my favorite artists, and I look up to him, and I admire his talent. I admire him as a person, as a man. You feel me? I think he's great, you know, but I don't want to see him in that state no more. And it hurts me to see where he started at and to where he's at now. Listen to him on Rap City with the dreads, where he looked healthy, you know, where he was looking like he was taking care of himself. But sometimes the past catches up to you, and all the things that you went through, if you haven't let them go, if you haven't sought out some type of help, or if you haven't tried to help yourself, if you haven't went to God, if you haven't read any books about the mind to try to make your life better or self-improve, you're going to be beating yourself up. Like, if you don't put the right things in your mind to kick out the negative thoughts, those negative thoughts are going to be eating at you and beating you up. And you're going to be constantly reliving and constantly putting yourself through the trauma. And your body is going to still be constantly responding to that on top of everything else that you're already doing to it. So you're abusing your body. Other people are abusing you narcissistically, or how emotionally, or maybe even physically, and you're just getting beat up from so many different angles. You got life, you got other people, you got your own mind. You already got so much to deal with. Why make it harder for yourself? People already have to deal with life. Why would you want to make it harder for somebody else? All right. And that's unfortunately that's how life is. You have to deal with life, you have to deal with people. So with that being said, why would you want to even be your own worst enemy to yourself? So if you see yourself not treating yourself right, you have to come to a point where you have to say enough is enough, and you have to go get help, and you have to make sure that you choose the best decision for you and for the outcome for your life, for that you could have the best life that you want to live. And that's all I want. I just want to see that man live his best life in a healthy way, because I care about people and I care about people's health, because I care about myself and I care about my health. I'm selfish. I care about me more than anybody. So when you care about yourself more than anybody, you're not going to want it the right way, and not from an egotistical, narcissistic way, from an empathic way. You're going to want to see everybody else do well. You're going to want to see everybody else be healthy and be their best version of themselves as well. And I know everybody watching this video can relate. That's why I made this video. I know you guys feel where I'm coming from when I drop these hits, okay? When I drop these hits. So I just want to see that man love himself. I just want to see some more love around him. I want to see some more self-love in him. I want to see him healthy. I want to see all the artists healthy. You know, I want to see everybody healthy. But you can only want so much for other people, and you can only wish what's best for what's best for other people. And you can, when it comes to trying to change people, you can only change yourself. So this is just a PSA announcement. This is just a positive message that I wanted to drop. uh, this video idea popped up in my head, and I thought it would be a good idea to make this because I saw him the other day, and he was on. It was a short of him on Jimmy Kimmel, and I just didn't like it. You know, I was kind of disgusted because it's like, how come nobody has said anything to this man yet about his appearance, about how he's sounding, about how he's looking? His appearance is falling the fuck apart, and nobody's saying anything. And I'm tired of it. You know, I'm tired of people not speaking up. I'm tired of not saying nobody saying anything to people just because it's the money's involved. You look great, Wayne, just so they could get a check. You're fine, Wayne. Everything's okay, Wayne. Nothing's wrong, Wayne. Just so they could get their check. Be honest with that man. Tell that man if he fire you, I guarantee you a month later, after he felt terrible about what you said to him and he went to go get some help, he'd rehire you. You probably be the most highest paid person on his list because you probably be the only person around him on that list after that. Somebody you have to, nobody's keeping it real with these stars out here. Everybody's just telling them what they want to hear so they can keep getting their check and keep getting paid. And that's sad. That's sad that people will let themselves get like that for money, because it's not the money's fault. It's themselves. It's their greed. All right, you have to serve money. You can't let money serve you. And it's a shame that people serve money. It's a shame that people, instead of having the money, they let the money have them. And it's sad because people won't say anything if you're destroying yourself, if they're around you, if they're your publicist, if they're your stylist, if they're your journalist, if they work for you. They won't say nothing just so they can continue to keep getting paid. And I guarantee you Birdman won't say nothing because he want Wayne to keep whatever Wayne got to do to keep dropping that music. I guarantee you Birdman don't care. Just keep making them hits for me, baby. Because I don't think he said anything yet. But I'm hoping not. But still, it's some strange stuff that's going on with that Cash Money, man. And people all see it. They just turn a blind eye to it. They just not saying anything, you know? And I'm a man speaking on other men's business, so I'm not really trying to get too deep into it. I'm just coming at it from a point of a loyal fan, a trustworthy fan. You know, you could trust me as far as a fan could go, and I don't want to see that man destroy himself. I love him as an artist. You know, I appreciate his music, and somebody has to say something. And I figured, why not be that person? Use my platform, use my voice for something positive. All right, a lot more positive videos coming soon. A lot more positive messages coming soon. Thank you everybody for rocking out with my channel. Thank you everybody for the donations. All right. Thank you everybody for the super chats. Thank you everybody for the shares, the likes, the comments, and the views. All right. It's been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. Everybody, if anybody is dealing with anything and you need to go get help, don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Go get help. Your life matters. Your success matters. Your mental health matters. All right, a lot of people going through substance abuse issues is deeper than you just wanting to use something. You're trying to use something to cover up how you feel, to mask how you are coping and dealing with a certain situation. So you have to figure out how to deal with that situation, and you have to go get help, because otherwise you'll end up like Lil Wayne, or you'll end up destroying yourself, or you'll end up worse, you'll end up taking your own life. And then people will miss you, people will be sad, and people won't be able to see you anymore. The people that love you. All right, so everybody share this video. I appreciate you for watching this video. I'll see everybody in the next video. It's been another DruTube special. Peace.